Today on the Independent Grind, I'm talking about what is BMI. Yeah, Welcome to the Independent Grind, the show that gives inspiration and tips to creative minds and entrepreneurs through music and film. I'm your host, Dramatic Gamble. Today on the Independent Grind, I'm going to be getting into what is BMI. No, not body mass index. We ain't talking about that. We're talking about BMI as far as how music goes. We're talking about the initials BMI stand for Broadcast Music Inc. Broadcast Music Incorporated, whatever. Now, what is BMI? What do they do? BMI is a PRO. That's the short term for it. What it's called is a performing rights organization. So, right from the rip, you can tell that it's a company that gives rights to performers and music creators. Let me just read exactly what it is, and then I'll get into it in a little bit. BMI is what is known as a music PRO. A performing rights organization. It represents songwriters, composers, and music publishers, often called PROs. These companies collect license fees from businesses that use music, including television and radio stations, broadcasting, cable networks, news media, the internet, mobile technology, satellite, audio service like XM and Sirius, nightclubs, hotels, bars, restaurants, other venues. It goes on and on, live concerts and all that. Now, these license fees that they charge these companies are distributed as royalties. So these companies have to pay a fee to be able to use your music. They pay them to BMI. So the royalties are then sent to songwriters, if you write songs, composers, if you do whoever do the music, and music publishers. The person that's over the music, that's publishing the music, getting it to the right place. Okay, so we got those people intact. Okay. Now it says BMI has been in operation for more than 75 years, is recognized in the U.S. copyright law as a licensor of music, and currently represents more than 800,000 copyright owners and nearly 13 million musical works. So now what that means for you, man, this is how you make money off your music being played, going through a PRO. Now it's more than BMI. You got BMI, you got ASCAP, the other one is SESAC, I believe. It may be a few more, but I'm going to talk about BMI right now because I'm not all the way familiar with ASCAP. I really haven't done a lot of research on them. But what it is, man, they take care of people that write songs, people that produce the music for the song, and the songs that's being put out to the public. Now, you can, even if you're not an artist and you're just a songwriter, you can still make money from royalties, because you got to get on these things called split sheets a lot of times, and that shows who did what with the music, who produced it, who wrote it. If it was 3 writers, how y'all gonna split who did what? So I could be a writer for a song and not be the artist. I could write the song, and like I know like people like R. Kelly. He did a lot of writing for other artists, and so he probably owned those rights to the song because he was the songwriter, even though somebody else is an artist. And there's another company that take care of the artists. We're gonna get into that in another video, but for right now, we're talking about the person who actually created the music, and that's what BMI is for. It's after you get your music copyrighted, you go get it published, and then they register your music. You can register through them. Once it's put out to the public, anytime it's being played, they're keeping a record of that, and so they're gonna make sure that you get paid from these organizations, especially like digital now, with the internet and satellite radio. So if you play it on that, you'll get a few dollars here and there, just depending on how good your music is. And this artist, man, getting paid off publishing that wrote songs 20 years ago, 30 years ago, because they own the rights to those songs. And that's pretty much sums up what BMI does. So, you know, if you put your original music out, man, that's a company that I think that you should look to, or any kind of PRO, performing rights organization, because that's how you're gonna get your money. You know, it's no retirement plan in rap and a lot of this entertainment business. It's more like, what can you do for me right now? You know, can you make me some money? And we give you this contract, we give you a few dollars, and if you're not selling anymore, then we go on to the next youngest act. You know, that's why they don't sign a lot of older people in the music business, because by the time you hit 25, 30, 35, 40, you know all this stuff. But when you young and you in the hood and you in the safety of your parents' home, and they throw a couple dollars at you, you'll be quick to sign it, because you might need that 25,000, 50,000, 100,000. You might need that right quick, and so they say, we're gonna give you this, here's your advance. But then in their contract, they might own all your publishing, and you sit there and wrote all them songs. You know, so it's good to be an independent thinker and to try to do it yourself if you can, because you can get all your money that's owed to you yourself because you put your own music out. So I'm gonna talk about this a little bit more when I come back. I'll be right back.
Dramatic Minds Entertainment presents Pray for Mercy Volume 1, the singles collection, featuring the hit song Tonight.
Well, I'm just living up on this liquor, trying to get my head right. In the hood, stacking up this paper, trying to get my bread right. I got a cup full of ice, just mix this Crown with this Sprite, and just get yourself together, cause I'ma love you tonight.
And also, I Got That, featuring H2 Music.
I got that bass up in my ride, them lows missing them highs, they're loud burning inside. So won't you hop up inside? I got that bass knocking my speakers, them highs up on my tweeters. No time for non-believers. Don't join us.
And the club banger, Legs to the Ceiling.
I'm coming through just to break you off. Give me the green light and I'm going. I got her legs up to the ceiling. Legs up to the ceiling. I got her legs up to the ceiling. Legs up to the ceiling. I got her legs up to the ceiling. Legs up to the ceiling. Oh, what a good feeling. I got her legs up to the ceiling.
Available worldwide online.
Yo, I'm back, man. You know, I'm talking about BMI and what they do for you. You know, it's a performing rights organization that help collect your royalty money, and you don't have to have a lot of money to do this. It's actually free now, unless you want to start a publishing company and you start publishing other people's songs for them, and you in control of getting their songs out. But if you don't want to go that route, you can just sign up and register your songs. So as soon as you record your songs, got it copyrighted, and you figured out who owns what percentage of what song, go ahead and register it through BMI, ASCAP, or one of these organizations. Because the sooner you do it, the sooner you'll start seeing some money, depending on how well the song do. And if you don't go ahead and do it, you're going to be missing out on publishing. You know, you're going to be missing out on money that you possibly could be making. You know, usually people register their own music. If you're an independent artist, you're not signed to a publishing company. But if you are signed to a publishing company, then they're going to handle that for you. The record label handle that for you. But don't think just because you're an independent artist and you're doing it on your own that you're not able to do this. You can do it. You have to get on the website, just research it, and figure it out, and or either ask somebody that has done it before, and how to do it, how to register your music, man. Because I think that's the smart way to handle your business. And that's all I want to talk about, man. That's pretty much a basis of what BMI is and who they are and what they do. And they've been in business for 75 years. They were founded in 1939, and they still running. You know. 800,000 songwriters, composers, and music publishers, 13 million songs, you know, 13 million musical works. So it's not like it's a little bootleg company. They know their business, and they know what they're talking about. They know what they're doing. So if you write original music and you compose music and you put it out to the public, man, this is one step you really need to do before you even put it out to the public, or do it right soon as you put it out there, or as you putting it out there. So on that note, this is the Independent Grind. I am Dramatic Gamble. If y'all want to talk about anything on the show, hit me up on my email at dramaticgamble@gmail.com. So till next time, I'm out. Peace.